Okay, I've rambled on. Let me see if there are other questions. Okay, so one of the questions were, how do you uh, tell me about the assessment? Does it put you in like does it give you a description about you? And what I would say about that, that's a great question. I've because throughout my life, the last 20 years, and I was in corporate America for 12 years, throughout my life, I've done a lot of assessments, and I will tell you that most of them, in fact, all of them that I've ever seen, other than this one, um, categorize you into, you're a beaver or a lion, or you're a D or a C, or you're a I'm trying to think of other types, but they categorize you by what you're motivated by um, what your skill set is, what your gift is, and I will tell you that while those provide some insight, that's a little bit about what I was mentioning before with coaching, that coaching has almost become a catchword for a lot of things. And if a coach is simply being an accountability partner or giving you a list of things to do, it's less impactful than if that person is able to elicit best thinking. And I would make that same correlation with assessments. If assessments are simply categorizing you, it's not that they're not valuable, but often what you find is once you've left that workshop or you finished reading that report, it comes in your mind, it goes out of your mind, because it wasn't your thought anyway. It's someone else telling you about you. And so what I love about the Thinking Behind Choices assessment is that it is truly unique to you. There are more. It is an assessment that takes into account the infinity of people, and while that might sound a little out there, the truth is the assessment has more mathematical computations, more mathematical outcomes than the number of people who have ever been on the planet. And so it truly is a report that is unique about you, and the way we use it supports you in finding your own best thinking, not really telling you about yourself. Okay, so let me see if there are any more questions. Oh, how much does it cost? Okay, thank you. I think that was my next slide, and I got delayed back here. So let's skip forward again. Okay, there we go. All right, so the monthly membership is $47 a month, and that is, again, including those 4 sessions. And and the real difference here is there's no coaching. There's a lot of knowledge, and it's great, and you're going to get some coaching from the e-zine and some of the other information that I'll be sending out. But this is mostly information. It's very valuable information. It's a great place to start with a of course, very low entry cost. And in fact, what I want to do is for the first month for people to try this out, make it $9.95. So for your first month, it would be $9.95, and then every month thereafter that you chose to stay with us, it'd be $47 a month. There's no commitment to keep going. The purification program is 21 days. This includes the food, the protein shakes that go with it, and that's $3.95 for the first time you do it, which includes a consultation with me, and then $2.95 thereafter. Okay, so for ongoing year after year, $2.95. Okay, and then the Vitality program. This is a 90-day, so a 3-month program, and it's $9.95, and we also will have a 3-month rate available if you'd like to pay monthly versus the one-time upfront of $9.95. And then the other rates are available if you call in. Now, a lot of times what works really well, And what I see happen is someone will put a 21-day purification program with one of these other programs, because the purification program is really kind of an add-on or a standalone. And so although it has a tremendous amount of support and you get support emails, what you'll find is that it also it can stand alone, or it goes really well with one of these other programs. The one thing I forgot to mention in the purification program is that definitely during the times of year, which there are about 5 months out of the year that people do a lot of purification programs. It's pretty common in the first 3 months of the year, actually the first 5 months of the year, as well as August, September, and then people pick up again. Well, really, like some in October and some at Christmas. People love to do this between the holidays, so between Thanksgiving and Christmas, or between Halloween and Thanksgiving. I'll have a lot of clients who actually squeeze in a 21-day program because it really helps keep them on track during the year, during the holiday season. But what I was saying about this is there'll also be calls probably once or twice a month during those key months. That'll be support calls as well for the program. So a lot of times people put the purification program with the others. If you do that with the Vitality program, then it's $295 because we will already have done an intake with the Vitality program. It's not the same thing with the Holistic Prevention because there's really not a one-on-one intake with that program. Okay, and then also just please contact us if you've got any questions about any of these prices, or if you want to learn more about private practice rates. And so really the question that I'd like to leave you with is, as you're thinking about these things, what are you wanting for yourself? And this is a question that, I cannot answer for you. It's really about you. So I mentioned that we have a great deal of impact on our health outcomes, and yet, it's not as simple as learning the 10 steps to health. I'll provide the 10 steps to health, and I'll provide them throughout the course of what we're learning. It's also not as simple as setting your intention to do them. Your intention to do something certainly does not fix the problem without actually doing it. Sometimes even actually doing it can create more stress than you get benefit from the activity, and therefore you end up worse in the end than before you did everything you did. So that's not really it. Change and transformation really requires that you think about things differently than you did before. So again, one thing becomes less important in your mind to make room for another to become more important. Albert Einstein said, we cannot fix our current problems with the same thinking that got us here. And so if you feel like you're stuck in your thinking, and you feel like you keep trying the same things over and over again and they're not working, if you're interested in exploring the answers to this question as they relate to your health for 2013, then contact me for a 20-minute consultation. I'll be happy to spend some time with you. We'll set up a time. We'll talk about which program is the best fit for you. We would love to have you join us in the journey to vitality. And so our contact information is here. Phone number, and you can go to our website to sign up for our newsletter, which will automatically, if you're not already there, it will automatically tie you into all the things that we have going on. And let's check and see if I have any more questions. Okay. Well, I have enjoyed spending this time with you. If you are finding this valuable and you want to send your friends, or you want to join us again, we'll be doing this the same time next week. I'm doing this every Wednesday through December 19th. So thanks so much for joining us, and looking forward to a healthy 2013. Have a great day.